It is actually wrong for us to say you are not a foreigner in Africa, in South Africa, because you are on the African continent. No, it's wrong, because if you come to Europe, Europeans, they don't say because you are a Hungarian, you are in Germany, you now be claiming your right. No, you go back to your Hungary. If you are German, you are in German. You are a Polish, you go to your Polish. They care for you. This is why they have this boundary. And it is time for us Africans to understand that we can renegotiate our borders, that we can agree how to run our country so that we can bequeath some befitting future for our children. Because if we continue like this, it's going to be the same horrible stories repeating itself. We cannot continue blaming and blaming. We are the one holding ourselves down, especially Nigerians that don't want to face the truth. The earlier Nigerians face the truth of why they are outside, why they are suffering this kind of humiliation and this kind of gruesome murder, the better for every one of us. Hi everybody, how you are doing? Good day to you all, and welcome back to my Blessed YouTube channel. I want to use this video to address the ongoing horrific attacks that is happening in South Africa. It's called xenophobia, and I've already put up some videos to that effect. I just kind of compiled all the clips of the happenings and I put them up. You may want to check it out here on my channel. I'll put a playlist behind, and one of the videos was actually pulled down by YouTube. Obviously it was just too graphic, and I put up that very video on my Facebook page, Blessed Facebook page, so you can check also that video out if you are interested to see such horrific things. And yeah, I want to say thank you to all those who support me, who watch my videos, who subscribe to my channel. And if you are coming here for the first time, I would really appreciate you if you subscribe to this channel and to join the Blessed family. So today I just want to say whatever is happening in South Africa is condemnable. It's the worst thing that we are trying to show the world how much less we value ourselves. And you see people hitting somebody on the street, burning people. I mean, like, this is so barbaric. It's inhuman. It's indescribable. I don't know how people are able to do this kind of attack. How do you beat somebody and the person is already on the ground and you continue to hit and hit and hit, and like, it's a human like you. Whatever anger, whatever emotion that is propelling you to be cruel, like, you need to be able to get a hold of it. You are not an animal, for God's sake. You are a human. So how can't you just have a grip over yourself? Whatever it is, you see our people always showing this kind of animalistic behavior and showing to the whole world that we don't even value ourselves. This is really bad. This is sad. I think it's condemnable, and it has been rightly condemned. And some quarters bring up some kind of blames and say, yeah, try to explain. I had an interesting conversation with someone on one of the videos. You may want to check that convo out. And he was kind of making justifications for the attack and showing no atom of remorse. I think this is horrible, and especially for we Africans who live in the West, who live in outside of Africa. You see that all this wave of anti-immigrants, anti-foreigners coming up, and it's almost like South Africa is showing them, yeah, this is how you do to the black. This is what you do to the black people. This is what they truly deserve. This is how to treat them. And the people are watching. Their government is looking at what is going on, and the Nazis are like, oh, okay, so is this how we are going to deal with them? Like, it's like we are not even harsh enough. This is bad, please. This is bad. We should try to curtail this kind of behavior against each other. And I mean, we are using South Africa as a, how will you put it, like, as a template in this series of events that is going on. But let us not forget that this is the same thing that is repeating all across Africa, and especially in Nigeria. In Nigeria, you hear about Boko Haram killing people. Boko Haram have been killing people for many years now, and you don't even get to hear it. The Nigerian media is even as criminal as the state. The media tones down everything. The media don't want people to know exactly what is going on. The media can't even report accurate number of dead. Like they will say about, not more than, giving vague figures for humans. Like you don't want to say exactly how many people died, because you don't know. Like you can't count even your dead. Like, how do you say not more than about? Like you don't even know how many people died, how many people were attacked, how many people were killed. And this has been going on, and you see the Nigerian media suppressing the real deal that is going down in the country, lying. And then you also see the churches telling people that it is their village people that is making them not to succeed, instead of them to educate the people, like Martin Luther, that they stood up and educated people in the churches, in the pulpit, and told them their problem is coming from Abuja. Those people sitting in the parliament and the Asa Rock, the presidential palace, are the ones mismanaging your fortune, the resources for the country. They put it into their pocket, they mismanage it. They don't direct the people to the source of their problem. They keep telling them, their village people, your village people, every power in your village that is against your sources, every power in your village. What kind of madness is this? We see all this pattern repeating itself, and even when some people muster courage to protest, they are mowed down, they are shot down. And one of the things that brought me to YouTube actually was the killing of Biafran protesters. And our young men, they were just carrying flags, nothing. They didn't kill anybody. What did the military and the police do? In the name of Operation Python Dance, they killed them in broad daylight, with video evidence of the officers who have done this crime. And they were all promoted right before our eyes. So we can say South Africa is doing xenophobia, but we forget the one that is happening within Nigeria. So when we condemn xenophobia in South Africa, we should also not forget that worse than xenophobia is happening within Nigeria. So I've always been on the sideline. I was on this YouTube since 2009. I didn't make videos. I was just here, I watch videos. I just leave my comments and stuff like that. And I just put up maybe something that happened in my church, just things like that. I didn't do channel or stuff like that. But when I saw that video of this military men drowning our young men on the roadside, I mean, the video is too graphic, and I don't want to see it again. And I realized that I cannot be quiet in my little corner and say, okay, it doesn't affect me, because it's affecting all of us. And you saw the media not trying to say exactly what is going on, and everybody has to do what they can. And this is why I've come to YouTube, to also lend my voice. I cannot just stay back. I'm really always hurt by what that military have done to our youth in the name of Operation Python Dance. I can never forgive them, and I know that they are going to pay their price. The video is there as evidence, and their day will come. So we can be talking about South Africa. Let us not forget what the Nigerian state is also doing. Let us not forget the xenophobia that is going on in Nigeria. It's called banditry, it's called Boko Haram, it's called kidnappers, all kinds of names, but there is nobody arrested. They will say riot, riot, riot. They will start killing people. The same way they burn people's businesses in South Africa, that's the same way they are burning people's businesses in Nigeria. If you happen to be someone from the southeast of Nigeria and you are in the north, and they say they start their riot, you never see them attack Lebanese, you will never see them attack Indians, you will never see them attack any other person but fellow Nigerians. who are from another region. They will become their target. The same way they burn the shops in South Africa, that is the way they burn the shops in Kano, in Kaduna, in Jos, everywhere, all across northern Nigeria. Nowhere is safe for people of southeastern origin. And these are the same people that have fought a war to leave Nigeria. The same killings, this xenophobia, if you want to call it that, it's called tribalism, it's called xenophobia. It's the same thing that brought about the Biafra secessionist movement. This killing, they killed and killed and killed. The government did nothing to protect its citizens, and the citizens withdrew to have their own nation since the government cannot protect them. And what did they do? They came for war. The killings has continued till today. There has never been any compensation. There have never been any form of legal action to arrest those who perpetrate them and punish them. No, you just hear a riot happening, and then people have died, people have lost their parents, children, and then everything goes back like nothing happened. You kind of bear your losses and count your losses alone. If you have been orphaned, you're on your own. Sometimes there are people who are in the school, and by the time they come back, the whole of the family has been wiped out. Sometimes some children are attacked in the school. They burn down schools with children inside. This is happening in Nigeria. So it is right that we call out South Africa, but we must also in the same way call out Nigerian government. And what we have in Nigeria today is a separatist leader in the name of a president who is performing the worst kind of xenophobia on his people. And you see this in the lackadaisical way that the government is treating this South African attacks, because the people who are under attack in South Africa are not Northerners. And the Nigerian government is headed by the Northerners and the Northern friends and Northern brothers. Like everything about them, those are the people in power. And if it's not affecting the Northerners and it's not affecting the Northern cows, they don't care. And you see it, they don't even send delegates. They don't try to open the embassy to provide some safety for the people under attack, because they are not from the north. Is this not xenophobia? I don't know what else you call it. So we can call out the South Africans and say, please, please, don't do this. You are showing the whole world how to treat black, as if the black people all over the world don't have it bad enough. Please, please, you have your grievances. Of course, everybody can have legitimate grievances. I'm not saying you cannot have your grievances, but you must be able to use the judiciary. You must be able to use your legal system to combat your differences. It is not acceptable that you begin to burn people on the street. You begin to burn people's goods. Okay, if you say that the people are criminals, they are bringing drugs. We saw businesses that were being destroyed and burnt down. Are they also criminal businesses? Those cars, those shops, businesses that you all destroy, are they also crime? These are legitimate people who are doing businesses in your country and also paying back. Agreed, the environment makes it possible for them to thrive, and they pay back into the system. They pay taxes and they employ your people. Like, you stand to gain. And when the South African people say, come and invest in South Africa, and people bring their investments in South Africa, is this how you are going to pay them back? If you say you are going after criminals, those businesses, are they crime scenes? Those car shops, dealer shops that you all burnt down, are they drug cartels? Like, I mean, come on, use your brain for a bit. If there are criminals, you want to go after them, you have your police, you have your judiciary, use it against them. You can go out and protest and say your judiciary is not doing enough, but it is absolutely wrong for you to be killing your own fellow people, destroying their goods, the things that they have labored for. These are individual businesses. These people have built these things on their own, and you just destroy it out of your emotional anger. It's very wrong. At the most, deport them and let them have the means to carry their goods and their services somewhere else. You don't destroy them and say they should go. How do you reckon this is going to work? With what are they going to live? You want somebody to live, you don't give them the opportunity to go with their properties. I mean, come on now. Activate some of your brain cells. Please, you people should stop this xenophobia. We need to unite as Africans, I understand. And I can also understand that you say you don't want people in your country. Then don't allow people into your country. Don't give people visa to come into your country. Then those people in your country, legally deport them. You see, President Trump, he doesn't want foreigners. He's making policies to that effect. Do the same. Please, you don't kill people and destroy people's properties because of sentiments of envy and jealousy. What is this self-hatred and black self-destruction? I don't get it. I don't get it. You have the people that are owning the bulk of your country. You don't do anything to them. And in fact, people had to come and assist you to liberate yourself from them. And they still have the bulk of the wealth, not the foreigners who are just on the edges, eking at the living, just like any normal person. Why do you attack them? Because they are soft targets? Because they are easy for you to target? Or because you feel that as blacks, they are not entitled to anything, to be happy, to own any wealth? What exactly is it? Please, Anyway, in order not to drag this video too long, I just want to say that the bulk of the blame of what you see goes to the Nigerian government, or whatever it is they call themselves. They are the ones responsible for this evil. You see a few people in power looting the resources that is meant for the whole of the people, and you can't do anything against them. If you go out on the street to protest, they shoot at you with live bullet and kill you. Okay, we even see South African police beating their people with hand or even using rubber bullet, but we have seen even these few reprisal attacks that some Nigerians tried to, to vent their anger against investments that they believe are owned by South Africans. What do the Nigerian police do? They start shooting the Nigerians also. So Nigeria is a rogue state that has expired. You see, that country does not exist. It has expired since 2013, December 31st. Nigeria is an expired state. So it is on its limbo. But people are holding on because of what they stand to gain. The country does not exist anymore. So I don't blame South Africans, because they don't go out of their country to another country. They fought for their country. They fought for it to the end. And Nigerians, it is high time for you to fight for your country to the end. Yes, you see the way South Africans, they fought until they got what they want. This is how, if you are really hardworking, go back to your country and fight, or fight from wherever you are with all the means you have. Fight. Stop hiding and saying Nigeria is going to be better. Especially all these pastorpreneurs who are saying your problem is coming from the village, and they know that your problem is in Abuja, and they are asking you to pray, and they know it's not going to be good. It's never going to be good. They know that Nigeria is on borrowed time, and they are asking you to pray. Those are the people that are causing all this problem. They are diverting the attention of the people from the source of their problem. So people cannot have the synergy and the energy to fight the real target. So you cannot say you are always hardworking and that hard work is always outside. No, you are not hardworking because you go to an environment that enables you to thrive. No, the Nigerian environment does not allow anybody to thrive. And so you can't thrive in Nigeria. The Nigerian government, they kill the people, they kill the talent. There is nothing. You are on your own in Nigeria. Nigeria does not even know that you exist. And they have shown this in the way they have handled this South African attack. You did not see any action from the Nigerian government. You saw in one of the videos, they closed the embassy that is supposed to be open to people fleeing attacks because of internal xenophobia. And I believe it is the same thing all over Africa. So you don't have government that is making provisions for its people, and the people are on the loose trying to escape their own country. I made a video, I'm going to put a link to that video, about anywhere but Nigeria, how Nigerians are trying to escape from their own country, but they are not trying to answer the question why. You don't see people escaping their country, people come back home, but Nigeria is not home. Nigeria is home to only about 1,000 people who are in charge of the resources of the country. The rest of people are groping and millions are trying to escape. Until we address that issue of the cause, the root cause that Nigerians have to be in troop outside of Nigeria, because the country is not working, because the country has expired and is not going to be good again, and it's just for people to fight for it to be renegotiated, for the terms of living together to be set new, for people to go their separate way, or for the conditions for being together to be redebated and renegotiated. You are not going to go anywhere. You can't speak grammar for this one. No, you cannot escape it. And now the South Africans have shown the whole world how to treat fellow black people. What do you expect? Because of all these things, I am a Biafra advocate. Yes, and supporting Biafra does not mean I'm against anybody or that I'm against any region or any ethnic group. I believe that each group can strive and sustain itself, and it is actually wrong for us to say you are not a foreigner in Africa, in South Africa, because you are on the African continent. No, it's wrong, because if you come to Europe, Europeans, they don't say because you are a Hungarian, you are in Germany, you now be claiming your right. No, you go back to your Hungary. If you are German, you are in German. You are a Polish, you go to your Polish. They care for you. This is why they have this boundary. And it is time for us Africans to understand that we can renegotiate our borders along agreeable borders, that we can agree how to run our country so that we can bequeath some befitting future for our children. Because if we continue like this, it's going to be the same horrible stories repeating itself. There must be room for negotiation. We cannot continue blaming the West. We cannot continue blaming. We are the one holding ourselves down, especially Nigerians that don't want to face the truth. The earlier Nigerians face the truth of why they are outside, why they are suffering this kind of humiliation and this kind of gruesome murder, the better for every one of us. And let's continue this conversation in the comment section. I'd like to know what you think, and I will continue this video in another series, because I want to also talk to my Igbo brothers who are also in South Africa and all over the world. And yeah, I think we really need to address a lot of issues, but I don't want to drag this video out. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, leave your comment behind, and I will see you in my next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.